Newly declassified CIA memo takes on claim agency employed JFK assassination. This is basically what a lot of conspiracy theorists like myself been alluding to for years, is that Oswald was actually working on behalf of the CIA. Now we got some receipts to show that he got paid by the CIA. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store where I have Let's Go, I Will Not Comply t-shirts. Sorry. I'm a little under the weather, y'all, so apologize. All right, let's talk about this news. A recent release of declassified documents from the National Archives and Records Administration pertaining to the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy includes an internal CIA memo that skeptically relays, without ruling out completely, a report that the intelligence agency employed assassin Lee Harvey Oswald. Officially, Oswald acted alone in the November 22nd, 1963 assassination, firing at the president motorcade in Dallas, Texas, from the sixth floor of the Texas School Book Depository. At the time, Kennedy was riding in an open top convertible and sustained fatal gunshot wounds. Oswald was apprehended shortly thereafter, but not before he was killed. Uh, he was killed. Police officer J.D. Tippit while attempting to flee the scene. Sorry, it was a typo there. But he was killed by. He had killed Officer J.D. Tippit while attempting to flee the scene. He was killed 2 days later by nightclub owner Jack Ruby, whom authorities then arrested. Ruby was later convicted of Oswald's murder. Various conspiracy theories involving Kennedy's death has persisted for decades, with many permeating popular culture. Sitcoms and video games such as Seinfeld and Call of Duty have alluded to claims that Oswald may not have acted alone. Prominent among such theories is a notion that the CIA orchestrated Kennedy's death in retaliation for his removal uh, of CIA Director Allen Dulles following the botched Bay of Pigs invasion. And that's what I believe it is. I think it has something to do with the Dulles brothers. That's what I always believe. I think they're the ones behind it. Though the claim of CIA involvement is commonly dismissed as a conspiracy theory, NARA's declassification of the documents have shed light on some potential links between Oswald and the CIA. It was already known that as a Marine, Oswald was stationed at Naval Air Facility Stugi in Japan in 1957. The base was also a hub for the CIA's psychedelic drug research, and some have already suggested Oswald may have been a subject of the agency's experiments, according to The Intercept. However, one of the CIA documents NARA released this month acknowledged the possibility, albeit remote, that Oswald and the CIA had a more direct relationship with the clandestine organization actually employing him. An internal memorandum from 1978 details responses with the CIA to a former finance clerk testifying before the House Select Committee on Assassinations that the agency employed Oswald while he was stationed in Astugi. And y'all know what they say: once a CIA agent, always a CIA agent. But quote, um, Shep phoned to say that James Wilcott Jr., a finance clerk with the agency from 1957, EOD as GS4, who served in Tokyo 1960 to October 1964, has hold HSCA people that the CIA hired Lee Harvey Oswald when Oswald served in Asugi. It reads, quote, Wilcock, after returning from Tokyo, was assigned to JMWAVE in 1965 and retired in 1966. The CIA author of the memo informed the recipient that Wilcock arrived in Tokyo after Oswald's departure from Japan. Quote, anything Wilcott think he knew had to be secondhand, he wrote. Quote, I said that Russ Holmes inherited the Oswald files, but that he has assured me the agency had no contact with Oswald. The memo went on to assert that any records contradicting the assertion might be found in EA, which the Intercept interpreted as likely reference to the agency's East Asia division. While far from a smoking gun, the memo offers some insight into closed door inquiries involving links between the death of President Kennedy and the U.S. intelligence community. The memo was partially released in 2017 under the Trump administration, then fully unredacted this month as part of a larger declassification push by NARA. Congress in 1992 authorized the declassification of all government records connected to the assassination by October 2017, though both President Trump and President Biden have delayed the full release of certain documents on security grounds. Now, I still don't understand why Trump listened to his advisors and not release this stuff. The Biden, I get, that's par for the course when it comes to Biden, but I don't understand why Trump didn't release those documents when he was in office. But, let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.